It's Friday, and coming up we have the climax of qualifying here at the EFRA 1/8 Off-Road Euros, plus the tough life over in the pit lane, plus the good life, the couples that race RC together, stay together. But first, let's get a weather update. Seems okay. Right, what do Davide Ongaro, David Ronnefeldt and Robert Battier all have in common? Well, they're all Europeans, they're all world champions, they're all gunning for the win here, but none of that would be possible without a world-class pit crew. So I went to talk to two legends of the engine game about how to make the perfect pit stop.
Not catching the fuel cap to start off with, that's the worst, that's what I keep my eye on. And now how the driver comes in, if he comes in calmly. If he comes in with the brakes too hard, it's harder to pick up.
I think the key is not to try to rush too much. It's more about precision than being fast. It's important how you grab the car, where you post it, and it needs to be well synchronized.
Just slow and smooth, and make sure when the guy picks it up, he doesn't move the car about too much. It's a nice slow process, pick it up. If he's jerking it around, it's really hard to find the fuel cap.
A race can be won or lost in the pits, right? That's a lot of pressure on you guys with the strategy and not just the mechanics of doing the refueling, but the timing as well, when to go for a pit stop.
Yes, you have to work in advance on checking how is your mileage, the potential that you can get.
It's high pressure, and then judging the right time to come in as well. Yes. I try and do a longer pit stop on the first one, so that you can have 30 seconds in hand then, because obviously it's a 20-minute or a 45-minute, but you could get a 45-second lap extra. You could just go over and click another lap, and then you could lose the race on the last lap. Yeah. So I try and gain 30 seconds at least on the first pit stop, because I know the tank's full up.
But sometime when we are in between two strategy, I think he decides what he feels the most comfortable with. Because you can drive at the pace where you have the mileage, but for example for him, if he has to pull 2-3 tenths faster, the mileage drops. Like it can drop until 2 minutes.
The driver shouldn't be telling you when he should come in. He shouldn't be worrying either. He's just concentrating, and that's what you need as well. You don't want the driver worrying about when he's coming in for fuel.
Have you had any regrettable moments in pit stops?
Yeah. I've run Elliott out a couple of times. Really? Yeah, just trying to go too long.
And what's it like after that? Do you just sort of have a few words, or you just...
Yeah, you have a few words and that's it. You know, we all make mistakes. You know, the driver makes a lot of mistakes, but we don't complain too much to them about it. So if we do it, you know, as long as the car comes back in one piece and nothing falls off, I'm happy.
It happened to me with him to see him pushing and dropping the mileage, like coming empty, because it was too much. You never say you make the pitman make the winning of the race, but they can make it lose. So yeah, we only have the negative pressure most of the time.
It can be a key time for flameouts as well. Why do flameouts often happen at that point?
I think it's if the fuel goes in too much, or you splash it over the exhaust pipe, it cools the engine down, shocks it a bit. Also, if you've got a good seal around the tank, if your fuel gun's a good seal, that's what we lost the Euros in Sweden, because it was cutting off the fuel, it was starving, it was like blocking the fuel up. So we put some grooves in the fuel gun.
Sometimes you try thousands of times, never happen, and it always happen when it should not. So with the engine, you can't be sure 100%, and that's an interesting part of the game, but it's always the most stressful part of the game. Yeah.
Well, there we go. Racing nitro engines can be a seriously cruel game. Right, next up, we wanted to make a feature about couples and families that race together, but then Nick Damon got involved. And so for what follows, I can only apologise.
and welcome to Mr. and Mrs. RC Style. Yes, we're here patrolling the pit lane to find out those lovely, touching human interest stories from RC with the couples that make love their main match and are racing towards the altar.
Mr. and Mrs.
So now for our first couple, come in here, please. Please. Thank you so much. Thank you. And your name, sir, is?
Elliott Boots.
And the lovely lady, your name is?
Federica Rossi.
Okay, Federica and Elliott, let's see how much you know. We're going to have to ask Elliott to go in the soundproof booth over there, please, and not listen to the answers. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. First question for you. How much do you know your lovely, lovely man, Elliott? He's a lovely man. Who is Elliott's RC hero?
And me?
You. Okay, right, fine. There we are. That's an interesting controversial opinion. Okay, this is an easy one.
Okay.
What is the best RC event you and Elliott have been to together?
Well, for sure the Euros 2015 in Sacile. This is my best experience ever because was like the first months we was together and it was such...
That's such a lovely story there, children. Okay, and the question is, your lovely, darling girlfriend there, what is her favourite hobby?
Shopping.
Fantastic, thank you very much. And the second question is, it's a difficult one for you. If you weren't doing this weekend, what would you be doing together?
Holiday.
But where?
At the lake.
At the lake. Okay, right. Let's bring back in the lovely Federica. Come back in, lovely Elliott. We asked Federica, who was your RC hero? Who does she think your RC hero is?
My uncle.
Oh no, so close. No, it's actually her. It's Federica. Federica is your RC hero. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, so we also asked Federica. We said, Federica, what is the best RC event you've been to together? And what do you think she said?
Here, 5 years ago.
Oh, it's correct. On the love is strong. Federica, we asked the lovely Elliott. We said, Elliott, what is your lovely girlfriend? What's her favourite hobby?
Well, what did you say, yeah?
No, that's you have to say what he said.
Well, I think he said like shopping.
He did say shopping. He knows you so well.
Cleaning probably.
Well, it was shopping. The cleaning is just between you two. Let's leave that one there. But thank you very much for that extra information about your lovely relationship. Fantastic. Okay, and the second question we asked to lovely Elliott was, if you weren't here this weekend, what would you be doing? As a pair, what would a couple of you do? What would we be doing if you weren't here?
Well, probably go to the lake or to the sea.
She did it again. 2 out of 2. It's 3 out of 4 for the lovely Boots and Rossi family. But will that be enough? We have other contestants. We'll be back with the results right after this.
Mr. and Mrs.
Okay, so that's now time for our next contestants. Come in. It's the lovely Mal and Evelyn. Fantastic, Mal and Evelyn. Okay, so what we're going to start doing, we're going to start by asking Mal the question. So Evelyn, you have to go in the soundproof booth over there. Okay, fantastic. Mal, it's a very important question I'm going to ask you first. Now, see how much you know your lovely wife, Evelyn. What is Evelyn's favourite hobby?
RC.
Oh, controversial. And the second question, if you weren't here this weekend, what would you two be doing together?
RC.
Okay, that's a very simple answer. It's possibly too simple. Mal, off to the soundproof booth you go and bring in lovely Evelyn and the very, very lovely translator. I'll ask you 2 questions about Mal. Okay, first of all, who is Mal's RC hero?
Oh la la, Riccardo Berton.
Any translation for that? It's lovely Ricky B. That's who he likes. Oh, okay. And the second question is, what is the best RC event you and Mal have been to together?
Las Vegas, il Mondiale de Las Vegas.
Mal, you can come back now. Okay, fantastic. Mal's coming back through the car. It's not trying to go run over. Okay, right. Now I'm going to start off by asking you the questions that Mal answered for you. What does Mal think your favourite hobby is?
Le macchinine, l'RC.
The Machinina ritual, I think, means radio control. It's correct. 1 point. Okay, fantastic. Straight in there with the love between the two of them. Okay, second question. If you weren't at an RC meeting this weekend, what would you be doing?
Sarei stata a casa.
Waiting for the next race.
I'm going to have to get... Yeah, I think I'm going to break. I am going to break with Mr. and Mrs. Rules, and I'm going to give them 1/2 a point for that. 1/2 a point. Close enough. Well done. Okay, now, Mal, you can come next to me now. Come on, lovely. Come on, Mal. Lovely Mal. Okay, now, It's my cravat.
Very Italian.
I am indeed. Mamma mia. Okay, now we asked the lovely Mal, the lovely Evelyn about you, Mal, and what we asked her, who does she think is your RC hero? Who's your RC hero, Mal? Come on.
BERTON.
Oh, it's correct, Ricky Berton. Amazing. They're going well. It's going very well indeed. Now, the next question is a difficult, tricky question to get along. Evelyn gave us a very detailed answer, so I want to hear the same details from you, okay? Now, what was the best RC event you ever went to together?
The Worlds in Vegas.
Oh, he's got it! Oh, and remarkable. Now, I have to say, Mal, you and Evelyn have scored a stupendous 3.5 points, which is 0.5 of a point more than the lovely Federica and Elliott. So you are the champions of RC, Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah.
How good?
Supposed to be a serious RC program.
Yeah, but I think we made some serious points about the love that RC can spread.
That we did, yes.
That's indeed.
But maybe right now what we should do is get down to business.
Oh, is there a race going on, is there?
There is a race
Okay,
going on,
right.
and we've got 2 rounds of qualifying to catch up with.
Excellent.
Okay.
One, of course, last night,
Yep.
which was, again, a David Ongaro winner. Most importantly, he got the fastest time of the entire meeting so far by 600 seconds for Riccardo Berton,
Okay.
who was strangely off pace.
So Berton off pace. I'm keen to know if Ronefalk, did things pick up for him?
Yes and no.
Oh.
He did okay,
Right.
but not brilliantly.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then we move on to this morning where
Yes.
bright and fresh and early and not wet and all positive
Well,
and great.
Well, it dried out,
It did rain overnight, as
and the
predicted.
track was slow. The track was slow. It was 12 seconds slower, so effectively a second and a half slower per lap, which meant that no one could get the ultimate fastest time. And we saw finally Elliott Boots get a 5-minute run together, and he won it, which is good, really good. But it's just a bit sad because Alexander Chattin nearly won, and he doesn't win very often.
Yeah.
Ongaro's down in 6th. Berton was I think 5th, so it was a bit of a all swivel around. But interesting to see really how close it is. Everyone's saying Ongaro. Yes, he has won a couple of rounds. He has looked quickest, but it's not like a country mile. And certainly there's 3 or 4 drivers who are there or thereabouts in pace.
So overall, Ongaro, no
Yep.
surprise there,
Mhm.
followed by
Ricky Berton.
Riccardo Berton, and third
Elliott.
place qualifying was Elliott. Let's hear from those 3 now.
Riccardo and Elliott were really fast today, and for tomorrow we hope no rain. So we are preparing. I prepare one car for the dry condition and also one for the wet if it's raining a lot. So tomorrow we'll see how it is.
Is there a lot of pressure on you to win on your home track? Everyone kind of thinks you're the favourite because it's your home track. Does that make it harder?
Yeah, I have some pressure for sure because I'm home. There are all the friends here, so yeah, of course. But I will try to stay calm and drive without mistakes. So
It's gone pretty well, hasn't it? You must be quite happy at the moment.
Yeah, I think we are happy. We tried the TQ, but we know that was hard to do. We made maybe a mistake with tire, but yeah, it was good at the end. We are really happy so far.
Is it easy to concentrate on this track? Have you managed to find some grip and get the car doing what you want it to do?
Yeah, I think the car is quite good. Tires are really hard now with the rain. The track that is getting slippery. Sometimes no. But yeah, I feel good with the car and the engine. So let's see tomorrow. I think we'll be good.
So second on the grid in a semi, can you overtake on this track?
Yeah, there's places to overtake, but I'm happy to follow Davide around and see what he does, maybe pick up a few lines. I guess he's the expert here.
I mean, he's the world champion, but you've got a lot more experience. Do you think he's the kind of driver you could pressure from behind?
From watching him with people when they start pressuring him, especially from the warm-up, I noticed like a few drivers, they don't tend to like it so much. So I will be putting pressure on him for sure. If I can, I will, and we'll see what happens. Yeah.
So there you have it. The top 3 qualifiers. That means we move into finals now, and that is why we're in the commentary booth.
Indeed, with people lining up ready to go rev, go, go, go.
This is the tower where you talk from all day long.
All day long.
Yes.
All day long.
Yes.
Yes. It is
And you're
indeed.
building to a great climax tomorrow.
Lunchy time, early afternoon, perhaps a rainy, who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be a great race. I really hope we get to not lose the final because of a thunderstorm. But at the end of the day, if it is rained off, those 600ths of a second will be what wins Ongaro the European Championship.
Wow, it will all come down to that. But let's hope not. Let's hope we get a cracking 45-minute final and a beautiful pair of semis.
Excellent. I love a beautiful pair of semis.
You have to tune in to rcracing.tv. You have to go to EFRA.ws. Follow on Facebook. Watch on YouTube. We don't mind, but watch the live stream all day long. And we'll see you tomorrow for the finals.
See you tomorrow. It's going to be great / wet.